Go7 king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7 king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7.
Hello, hello, hello. Chill stream is here. Let's see if anyone's actually playing live right now. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Fog, standard. We got options for days. We got 2 options. Thought that'd be more when I scrolled down. Let's see here. So Adder versus Jake, or Sammy versus Olaf. That's a Rivendell. Rivendell is always good. So we'll check out this one. The Red James. I guess I'll make the Penguins. Search live unrated. DH Productions. I've yet to play unrated. When I do play, I do play rated for the live games. So Sammy vs. Olaf is pretty rare. Yeah, it's always it's fun to watch. It can be fun to play sometimes. And you're saying search now if I want an adventure. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Why are you searching unrated? Why aren't you going rated? I'm a coward. I'm a coward for live. I might play it later. Depends if chat bullies me enough. You're sleepy, you don't want to try too hard. That's fair. That's fair. How long have you been waiting in the queue? Fluffy is a coward in general. Ooh, well, this transport copter on this map in particular kind of makes me think that Red James is trying to finish the game real quick, like. Caution is not cowardice. Only 6 minutes? See, the trick is if you want fast queues, is that you stream it and then and then you'll get really fast queues. I don't think I've had a queue under or over a minute. Because there's always someone who wants to stream snipe you. I know, the Sammy transport copter is a real threat. But we'll see if Olaf knows that or not. I saw that too, Fluffy. It's weird that your chat appeared twice. Unless you typed it twice. It's not a Wednesday stream if I don't play at least one game. There's been many Wednesday streams where I haven't played any game. Yeah, I'm not... I mean, it kind of looks really bad for Olaf here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can go here with the anti-air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if they block here with a transport copter, you need to have 2 infantry strikes in order to stop the Sammy cap on the HQ. And we got the first strike here. So we'll see. I think you're right that an anti-air has to be built. Or a battleship, I think. Well, a battleship alone won't do it. I think it has to be a battleship plus an infantry strike. The masses are waiting for my return to fog. Well, I'm sure they are. But there's way better fog players out there nowadays. It's fine. Ooh, this is a strong Olaf player, you say. I'm still playing in some of the tournaments after all. Smacky Cup 2. I think I'll be in the final whenever that starts. Smacky Cup 3, I'm still in it. Hey everyone. I'll be doing... My plan is to get my map contest announced and signups ready by the end of the week. I'm trying to make myself do that. I got distracted because the Elden Ring DLC came out. Has a little cutoff at the bottom. You know, you're right. Hopefully it doesn't mess with anything. It's still a little cut off because it doesn't have your message. Whoa! I can get all that there. But then you guys can't see little pop-ups at the bottom left. That's probably fine for more chat. Oh, I've definitely been enjoying the Elden Ring DLC. I may have stayed up a little too late playing. I wish that they made it so I could just respec endlessly. Because I keep, like, I find a new weapon, I'm like, I just want to do a new build for this weapon. But eventually I'm going to run out of my larval tears or whatever they are. The bosses are, they're a little tough. Looks like Olaf just wanted a normal tank, but the two infantry are walking down here. I think I should move the whole chat up so that we just cut off the top rather than the bottom. That probably makes more sense. Do like that? That should be fine. Yeah, larval tears, yeah. Oh, here comes Sammy. Ooh, but good news for Olaf, or at least good play, I guess, is the infantry can stand on the HQ this turn, so I'll be all good. And up-to-date chat. Yeah, that's true. Oh, very funny Sammy HQ cap. But in this case, it looks like Olaf gonna do an okay job at holding. I don't know if we're gonna have to go into like a battleship or something, but at least for one turn, this gets delayed because of the infantry block. Like tank plus infantry probably kills. If it doesn't kill, then this is even better. We'll see how it goes. This is all happening way before powers come online, so Sammy's very much advantaged. If anyone heard, DeJus is currently hoping to have a nice, fun game in unrated live. But you have to play nice and fun. Totally unexpected massive charge boost to Victory March win. That would be very unexpected. The offer is expiring soon as he gets sleepier. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. He just wants to beat me up in live. A Nell game? Oh, I have no idea. But I tell you what, if someone manages to match up with it, we'll watch it. We'll watch it. Unless it's in fog, in which case we won't watch it. Attack is very real here. I imagine standard. Oh, you already got a match. We played Flak versus Jugger. I think I do remember that. It was me proving how good Jugger is. Yeah. I think I won that. It was on Rivendell, yeah. There is a Rivendell version too. Ooh, you just got a game. Hype. The bosses in the new Elden Ring DLC are very aggressive. They will run you down. I'm very hopeful that Olaf is able to hold this, though. This might just be a tank turn. You like the new bosses? Soon be going over to the DJ's game, depending on how this turn goes. Yeah, they're fun, but they can be so brutal. A lot of new bosses dance as they attack. Well, I know one boss dances when they attack. Versus Thavidu, oh my. It looks like Olaf is going to hold this. What I can tell. We'll go watch. Could it be a lion? It's not a lion, though. Did you just... Oh, I see. Because I have to use Live League. Oh, no, there's more of them. There's Lash. Look at this lander, though. So spicy. So weirdly placed. It's a bunch of dancers wearing a lion costume. That was a tough fight. Okay, so it's Lash versus Lash. Is there like a... What is the turn advantage balance on this? Because Deegis is player 1 and gets the neutral base first. That's pretty rare. I do like that Deegis like lunged forward for these properties because they do look insanely contested. Huh. Maybe Thavidu just didn't see this. Let's look at the... Thavidu went down towards the lander instead of onto the mountain. Oh no, Thavidu, no! Lash mirror is best mirror. You just beat that guy? I know. That on his boar, that was such a difficult fight. I was like, I have to go to lightweight so I can roll through the attacks. Otherwise, I'm just getting destroyed. That's a rough start for Thavidu. For sure. You can see the advantage that he just got going for this very early capture. Question is, how is this infantry going to survive the following turn? It might rush forward. It might fall back to a tank buy. I guess it could go back to the comm tower, build a tank. That's not awful. Oh, did you just build the tank down here? Oh, I see. So if the tank was built up here instead on the right side, then this infantry could have gone for this capture with tank coverage, as is Aegis's plan to go more aggressive. And this is not bad either, because it's, while it won't like secure this capture, it will be able to try and deter Thavidu from these ones. And then Aegis will try and like eke out an economic edge over these contested properties. So it would seem like, to me, it seems like the best response for Thavidu is to target this city in particular, because you do have double base over here. And if you build infantry out of this base, infantry or mech, and then you build like artillery here, I think artillery from, I guess, this spot, most likely, would be able to cover this very easily. Yeah, if you do the light roll against the boar, you can roll pretty... Whoa. Thavidu gave up this capture to start this capture. That's pretty aggressive. I guess the idea is like this tank hits this infantry, but that still doesn't get this capture through, I don't think. But if you've got the light roll, you can go straight through the boar when he charges you. And then there's just a lot of rolling into the attacks. I figured oftentimes those bosses pretty much ignore your poise anyway, so just going down to the light roll was the way. Abyssal Woods is weird. The trick to dealing with those guys is you just throw your rune fragments off into a direction, they'll go chase it down because it's a sound, and then you can just run past. The bad part about those woods was that there was nothing there. It's just a big empty void. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. How would you even parry them? Yeah, I just threw a rune fragment and then ran away. The final boss in that area was, or the boss in that area was pretty nasty though. I agree. They need to make the area smaller or have more stuff in it, because it was just a slog. You can't even use your spectral steed after you beat the boss. It's still scared for some reason. Okay. Rest of Thavidu over here. There wasn't a follow-up tank to this, so I don't know how Thavidu's attack's going to go through. I think he just kind of has this on lockdown. The double force here makes sure that the tank from the by can't reach. So this is just to stop Thavidu from standing on the property. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the rocky finger area, those are also very empty, except instead of only having rats, at least you're dealing with really annoying guys. Lash mechs with the bonus movement. Yeah. But the Lash mechs do get to use that power boost. Leeches. This is kind of awkward for Aegis. So it doesn't look very likely that Aegis is going to be able to get this comm tower. I do think that Aegis can probably save this city, but the comm tower is never going to be caught. So while there's going to be like an economic edge for Aegis, it could become dangerous to keep fighting over here. You have the mech on the way. Looks like Thavidu might have had a little bit of an oopsie here with the lander. is still doing a great job at blocking these captures. I would move this tank though. Let's see what Deej decides. Yeah. Use the interrupt over there, and comes the tank, and then the tank can smack the other tank. Pretty good. The no healthy infantry over here is the only thing that Aegis is really hurting on. The reason I'd move this tank is that I wouldn't want Thavidu to get this strike from the missile platform. Might as well force, if the tank wants to attack, it has to attack from the road. And both of these cities are already being captured. Okay? So this is still kind of achieving its goal. Interesting. Okay. He just decides to go much more aggressive. This does stop the tank from reaching this missile platform to attack this tank, which is pretty nice. I think this is fine. It's not the route I would have gone, but it might be even better. I think an artillery still looks really nice though. Even for D just getting artillery on this city to lock this down. So I have to go with a tank. A recon over here is probably fine, although you do want an infantry. Probably like infantry, probably infantry, but you could go infantry recon. Because there's already a tank superiority on this side, and there's just a bunch of foot soldiers coming in for the most part. Like there's one tank, but you're already at positive tank health comparison. The infantry also makes sense because you do want to like capture the comm tower. Yeah. The mech strike. Or the infantry hits the mech. Mechs are okay getting hit by one infantry. It's when two infantry tag him that things look really bad. Boosting, me mecking. Have to building another mech. I mean, the mech from here isn't great. It's a long walk. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll refresh to get rid of this, but I think Thavidu definitely should have finished this city. It was a little aggressive to stand here, but I think that might have blocked the tank or something. Hoo. Aegis is definitely enjoying that income. Thavidu only has a few more turns to make it up. Before that's just going to be complete. I mean, it's already really large. Probably both of these get interrupted by Aegis. So Thavidu is just going to go up to 15k on the end of their next turn. Okay, we do have the artillery now, which I definitely agree with. I might even be fine with just going artillery copter, and just skipping here. Or just go infantry for mech infantry. That's fine. Try and take this comm tower. I don't know. I guess it's fine. Yeah. Excuse me. This tank doesn't quite participate in the fight, but I don't see a great breakthrough for Thavidu here, so it's probably fine. Like the best thing Thavidu can do is hit this, have the tank hit this. Or I guess you probably hit this with the infantry, and then the 2 tanks kill off these 2 guys. The mech walks forward as you build another tank. But that's going to have a lot of pressure in the future. You just going in with the strikes. This tank is super dead. But it's probably fine. Because it, I think, guarantees. It probably doesn't actually guarantee the comm tower. Because the double mech drop off from over here is kind of nasty. In combination with this infantry that's already here. Oh, I said this tank is super dead, but they actually can't get around to the other side, so it's not super dead. I guess this tank might be super dead. One, two, three, four, five, six. I wouldn't do it like that. I would get off the city and strike from the city first, so you get the huge firepower boost. But you'd have to strike first with the 5 health. That the 6 could go around to this side, and then you could use this infantry that was here to go here and then build a tank, and then this tank's kind of trapped in. This isn't as great, but I mean it does have the upside. I say it's not as great, but it still has good upside. As you're going to get this, or Thavidu is threatening to take this property next turn instead of having a tank on it instead. And Thavidu might need that because I mean, 4K down at the end of the turn is real rough. Or only 3K because it gets captured. Assuming Thavidu remembers it. Over here, it does look spicy. I think you do have to sack the infantry. 2 tanks in, kill off this mech, this infantry. This tank can't participate in that fight. So you'd have the 2 tanks versus the 1 tank, and then you can build another tank. That should be fine. I guess there's a nice... Yeah, I kind of like the infantry going here. Stops the tank from doing like a wraparound hit from the city. It could be killed off, but you just would have to give up on the capture on the comm tower to do it. So it seems fine to me for Thavidu's position. Besides being down 3K. Very nice skip for Deegis to get there. It does look like Thavidu is prepared to deny this comm tower in the future. Okay, so Deegis is like, well, if that's happening, I'm not even going to go for it. It goes for the infantry strikes instead. Infantry trading on the 1 base isn't necessarily the best choice, but in this case, it is the only forward infantry, so it's probably fine. There isn't great follow-up for Thavidu. Looks like this capture is probably going to go through, unless there's like an amazing roll that this 1 health can do. Hey, Bree. Decided to attack from the forest. Bring the other tank in. The mech doesn't quite participate. So this tank's going to have only one option, and that's to interrupt this comm tower capture. We'll probably just see tank strike, or actually probably not. We'd probably just back off now that I think about it, because you don't want the mech to get involved quite yet. On Go7Z! Hi. Start global league again? Hey! Congratulations. 2 games. I've still got ongoing high funds Global League games. Somehow I'm actually ranked 9 in high funds. I think a lot of people either stopped queuing or something, or a lot of people like at the top lost games, so I got launched up there. This game is just too fun not to play. Hey. The high funds ladder is small in comparison to the other ones. Okay, so we do have the artillery on the way. That'll be really good for all of this fighting. Mech covers nicely. He just might be a little bit in trouble over here, just because his tank placement's awkward. Because Thavidu already wants to stop this from being captured. The mech doesn't interact over here, so if there's like tank comes down, smack, infantry finishes it off, I imagine. Maybe it doesn't, in which case it's fine. And then a full health tank can strike from the comm tower, and that's looking pretty decent. This tank can go back and heal while being covered by a mech and whatever gets built on the base. Thavidu does get these 2 captures, which is good. He just is at 21k though. The city is somehow not captured. Okay, Thavidu does go back for it. Mech's inching forward on the missile platforms. It's spicy as to whether or not you would actually maybe repairing the tanks isn't actually a great call. There could be like tank smack and then a tank smack from here if you're really feeling it. The only reason I would say it's not necessarily a great call is because the huge advantage to repairing your tanks is that the money is like appearing on the front lines, but on build the money is already appearing on the front lines, so that's not really incentivizing the repairs. Who sends in the 3 health first? I definitely would have gotten the tank first. Try and keep the 3 health infantry alive. Damaging the second tank, it could have been worth it. I think overall tank, like health-wise, it's worse, but having not a 6 health tank in that situation could be. I feel like after you send that infantry in for the sack, you kind of have to do this. There's no real thinking in that respect. There's no infantry covering this, so the mech... Oh, not there though. I guess it does have to go there. I'd much prefer it to be here. So that the mech is covering these tanks. Right now the mech's not doing great. I guess the tank's already covering the tank, so it's fine. We're going to have to get an anti-air on this front. It's very nice for D just to build the copters. It forces an economic investment from Thavidu that he really doesn't want to have to do right now. I don't curse, no. The Looney Tunes music. It's very carefree. This poor 6 health tank. It's like the perfect thing to send a full health tank to kill. guess the mech's gonna start going for this capture, which is pretty awkward. We're gonna refresh again to help with the capture signs. Yeah, the lash supers are gonna be very strong around here. Alright, the infantry does go in for the hit on the mech. That's okay. Ooh, and then D just tries to force it with the capture. I don't think that works, does it? Guess the copters... Oh no, this anti-air can cover against the copters. On this front. Because there's like infantry strike, mech hits the comm tower, and then the tank strikes from here. And Deegis is definitely hurting comm tower wise. If there was an artillery over here as well, I think this would get locked down pretty quick. As the Deegis artillery has now shown up on this front. And this is going to start making it kind of impossible for Thavidu to hold anything. He's probably just going to get this comm tower. I'm kind of surprised neither player went Kindle. There are the missile platforms, but there's also just so much fighting on the cities. Thavidu doesn't have a way of busting through to hit this artillery, so it's kind of real rough on the left. Maybe Thavidu has to try and get a medium tank or something that can bust through. But then anti-air is already semi being forced by this copter. I don't like that move. Definitely accept your city, Thavidu. I mean, the 8 health infantry and the 6 health mech killed this already. And then this mech's probably going to go for this attack either way. Oh, that's true. The forbidden technique. But even that, that's not enough, right? You have to kill this mech as well, and then you have to deal with the copter. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could go to there, hit here, but the mech still stands. I guess D just could be considering the forbidden technique for this fight. So if the Thavidu tank comes in and smacks, and D just can, well, D just probably just use the super. And then this tank is actually covering. Thavidu's thinking it out. I think this side probably would have fallen. At least these two probably would have fallen to Thavidu if the infantry had gotten on this base at the time it was supposed to. I'm level 150 in Elden Ring, and I've decided to just stay at that level. So all my builds just stick at that. Ooh, Thavidu does go for the terrain tactics, the forbidden technique. Okay, wrap around, hit that tank. I mean, it does let this tank just smack you. So it's a 3 health for a 2 health, which is a little awkward. And what's the follow-up here? Like, you can hit the mech, but you can't kill it. This seems just really rough. Your new game plus and 240. I take it back, you can kill the mech. You just can't kill the mech and hit the artillery. Struggling with Mesmer. I just beat him. He's pretty tough. I think rolling, once you get the timings down for his like combo attacks, it's not so bad. What weapon are you using? You're not playing it at all, Fluffy? Yeah, the anti-air also doesn't cover the tank because of the power. Yeah, didn't cover any of these guys. The anti-air will still cover. Decide to start the capture with the 6 health mech. Secret relic. I don't know if I know that one. I'm using the blades of might, claws that can hurl. Well, currently I'm using those. Like hurl as a fan of knives. They've been really good. Strength and faith, that's probably why. Have a good night, Mega Man. Start the comm tower capture with the super. You get like infantry here. I guess you can go infantry, mech is kind of spicy. Mech's up there, the woods. Bow super great for the artillery's health, but not like the whatever hits the artillery gets smacked anyway. Yeah, the comm tower capture with the lash super is pretty good. It looks like the left-hand side for Thavidu is just... I almost said super again, but it's just dead. The right fight's still ongoing. Might be able to get a city. Probably don't need to let this tank get the strikes from the nice terrain. You can have an infantry here and an infantry here. And then it has to hit from the plains next to your own city, so your tank just fall up. Interesting. So I think I would have sent the copter to the right, because I think this fight's pretty much over with the current forces already. Might have a mech join cap here. It would force Deegis to strike it, but I think Deegis would hit it anyway, so the mechs might just fall. Try and live another day. Thavidu versus Deegis is a classic rivalry. I had no idea. The anti-air strike in here, it doesn't really Like this, maybe you have to. But there's no great follow-up, because what you'd like to do... I guess you can't really go infantry tank strike here, because the mech just hits from the map. The cover its buddy. No getting away, tank. We've got nothing to threaten you right now, but there's no getting away. Potentially a cross-town rivalry. Oh my gosh. Well, something's probably got to hit this. The tank can try and make a run for it. We do have a double. I guess it can only make a run to it really to this city. It's just gonna get picked off though. It doesn't want to stand there because it just gets hit by the artillery, but it doesn't want to like move anywhere because it just gets picked off by the land units or the air units. We do have the double anti-air over here that can like try and cover it if it goes onto the city. I think these can just make a little net or a barrier for the copters. Got them dad jokes sometimes. They started when you became a parent. I hear that's how it happens. Very fitting. Oh, that's true. I forgot. The tank just hits the artillery. It still gets picked off by the copters, but it does get a nice strike from the city. No saving it. And there's the tank, rest in peace. I guess there's an argument to be made that it should have attacked from here instead. So slightly closer to the anti-airs, but I don't think you can get through. Fine. These tanks, they've got nothing to fear. Yeah, this one just stays where it is. Alright, Thavidu. Finally accept the city and take it. I don't know how Thavidu would come back in this case. Being down 3k, and while it's possible for Thavidu to save this comm tower, it's going to be definitely at what cost? At like 3 vehicles, maybe 2. Like anti-air strike here, anti-air strike, mech strike, tank strikes from the comm tower, hitting, I guess, the mech. Doesn't look great though, because then these 2 tanks, they do attack your anti-air, and the 2 copters here just kind of do whatever they want. The mech production into this lander is actually pretty nasty. Oh, that's true. This infantry could have moved to here. Take the city avenue. Don't join Captus. There you go. So Thavidu went for the mech boost, and there is a downside to the boost here. Because when you boost, you can't attack with the unit. So this mech isn't actually chained with this mech. And it's very possible that Tejas could just run up and hit it. It does help cover this mech on the city, so that might be the intention. Yeah. Maybe an anti-air could have killed this. Maybe, probably not. It'd have to be like a really... Oh no, it could have done it. I guess this tank hit isn't needed at all. Could just kill this infantry. Even that had a chance, but kill this infantry and the anti-air strikes. And then the tank. Or yeah. And then the tank could strike from the comm tower. As is, I mean, this is not looking great. This is about to be the end of Thavidu on the left. With the join cap here. Thavidu on the right still kicking. It looks dicey though. There's no anti-air currently defending over here. The copter can strike at the tank already. All these tanks will be basically unanswered. I think this game is GG. Thavidu will have a forbidden technique to use. Just never managed to get a comm tower. So well done, Thavidu. Ooh, the anti-air lived at 1. Lash probably does not need a comm tower. That's fair. Still appreciates it. I mean, it helps a little bit, right? For all the times that you have a property with like 2 planes on the sides. Guarantee clear it and then strike with it. Strike from it. Ooh, a Neo tank. You just send in a message. Forbidden technique. He just usually has a Neo by day 14. The Dededias schedule, huh? Yeah, this looks very dicey for Thavidu. He just didn't go in for the mech hit. I think that would have been nice, but that's okay. Ooh, Thavidu with the tank kill. Thavidu did get the income down to 19k, or just a 2k difference, which is way better than the like 5k difference that we were seeing earlier. So there's that. Fighting wise on this front, it looks okay for Thavidu. This mech's out of ammo. The entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doesn't actually protect this copter. So it can be copter strike. Bring the artillery up. Just start a bunch of captures probably. Wow, 6-4. Well done by Thavidu there. Do I just infantry wall this? Is that the plan? I kind of like the captures. It's okay. Get that. Ooh, that's a little. Yeah, I think this tank shouldn't have gone for this attack because this copter had no. I guess it gets to hit this guy instead. Yeah, it could have been a little bit better over here, but that's okay. We have an unanswered Neo tank. There's the recon. Oh, you could see Thavidu dealing with the left. I don't see it. You can almost see like the artillery getting broken through too, but unfortunately, it's reached now. The anti-air would have to stand here to kill this infantry. So there's no, and that would mean this tank moves away, which thus means there's no way to smack the artillery with this tank. So the artillery is just going to shut this whole thing down. Left side comm tower has been capping since yore. It's been a long drawn out fight. Thavidu goes for the caps. Nice and aggressive. Double mech. We have the fighter from Thavidu. There are a lot of copters out there. The anti-air won't get hit, but this can be joint capped. The artillery can kill. Probably. Oh, Thavidu resigns there. GG. Well played. Well played. I think stealths aren't banned. Oh, they are banned. Never mind. GG, GG. A brutal back and forth game. You can see how much the starting game plans really dictate the whole flow of the game. Dejas is like, I'm gonna get this city early. I'm gonna get the contested properties and have a nice economic edge because of it. And that's exactly how it worked out. And Thavidu gets the comm tower, and that's the comm tower edge. Nice to see Lash win one, but tough to see Lash keep losing. Oh, I know. I know. A very good foresight from Dejas there. Really unfortunate for Thavidu, just the this move where it goes here instead of here, so it can't actually reach the base, and it means that Dejas is going to be ahead on all fronts. Very painful. You can sleep soundly knowing you came out on top. Dejas, I hear you have a rivalry with Thavidu. Is that true? GG's. Played it in Fog a lot. There you go. Left or right? Crosstown rivalry. You won't get into the record. Oh my. Standards is all that matters. But that was well played. Very well thought out for your opening there. Let's see. I'm not sure what this infantry is doing. So it looks like this infantry went back for this capture, comes up for this airport, which is fine. That's really awkward. Got a bit of a traffic jam going on here. Some slightly cannibalized caps, I think, but it might be kind of forced on this map. That's okay. A lot of cities by the HQ, which is usually frowned upon. But it's probably fine. The Sammy-Olaf game is still going on. Sammy's gonna win. Okay. I was very happy with Olaf defending the HQ rush. The only Sammy Olaf game you've ever played live was Olaf. The only Sammy versus Olaf game I ever played against Dejas, I lost. So sad. That was a live game, but that was a live game without a timer, so you can imagine how long it took. My live games without timers can be long. In fog on a base light map. I definitely should have gone Adder. I think we took 2 minutes on the first turn live game. Probably. You can't just, you know, you gotta come up with what your game plan's gonna be and everything. You forget that people in chat are also really good at advanced wars by web. Oh yeah, there's people in chat better than me. All right. Guys are moving out. They're going to be covered by a tank. So honestly, they could be a little bit more aggressive in where they want to go. I would prefer if it was this infantry that was here went here. So we'd have like infantry here, here, and here. That way this guy's threatening this capture, this guy's threatening this capture, this guy's threatening this capture. As is, these two guys are threatening the same capture, and that's just kind of bleh. Unless the idea is like this guy goes for the capture, this guy helps block for the capture. I think the copter here is really nice. I guess the anti-air has a pretty decent job at covering it just because of the position of the base. So if the copter goes up here, anti-air can kind of wrap to here-ish. If it goes into the middle, then the anti-air goes here, I think. And it can kind of corner the copter. I'm not sure, though. There are some mountains here. Maybe you blindfolded. I do spend a long time adjusting the map zoom. You've got to have it optimal. It has to be just big enough that the like as big as you can so you can see everything nicely, and then these two things on the like the I don't even know what these are called. The tags are on the right side. I really like it when they're on the bottom. Whoa, don't do that. It's usually the instinct to just move your full move as far as you can towards what you want to go towards. But you have to keep in mind the terrain you're standing on and the terrain you're going to be next to. So you don't need to be right next to the city you want to cap. You just have to be within 3 tiles of it to cap it. So instead of like going here where they can hit you from the city and you're on the roads, you take a ton of damage. You can like go onto the HQ, and then that's still the same number of turns to get to the properties, but it's way safer. Okay. Unfortunately, it's kind of a weird spot for this anti-air to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it could have gone here. Or it could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could have gone here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess here makes the most sense because then you can help cover this capture. As is, the anti-air doesn't cover this infantry or this capture. So the copter's got a bunch of freebies. Oh, you're trying to move them around via extensions. Oh, that's right. Aren't you making like a mobile app for the game? Those boxes have weird code. And that's exactly what you want to avoid. The app is up and running. You say weird, I say legacy. What makes the app the app? Does it have any features, or is it kind of like a snapshot of the website? Squirrels love those nutty plays. Hey. I guess snapshot's not the right word. Things are looking very good for Hole here. Copter play was really good. I'm surprised we have this. I just realized that Cobalt Ice base skipped for a T-Copter, which is very spicy. Oh, okay. Custom browser with nice little buttons that make it less annoying to play on mobile. That is nice for rent. Does it help with the replay function on mobile? Because I know that's something that deters a lot of Fog players from playing. Or at least people playing Fog on mobile is going through all the replays is rough. All these infantry are fighting over here for vampire blood, but you wouldn't want to do that when you're way down in the infantry count. This is like 1, 2, 3 infantry against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with potentially 2 more on the way. So if you ended up trading out infantry for infantry, then Cole's just going to be left with 2 infantry to go for all the captures. And Jake will have nothing. And this could be especially spicy, because if like this infantry goes for this hit, and then this one follows up from the city, or maybe vice versa. Maybe this hits from the city, then this guy hits here, and then this guy just interrupts the capture. And then you'll have a full health infantry standing here within range of the HQ, and that's dangerous. Plays are up and running. A movie mode, that's nice. I should check the Sammy-Olaf game. Okay, I'll check it real quick. I thought it was over. I thought Sammy won. All right, we're back. Sammy has Victory March. But it's way down in unit value. There's a Neo tank over here. It doesn't really want to hit this Neo tank, I don't think. Way down the unit count. So it looks like there was a Victory March somewhat recently, and then Sammy's back to another Victory March. Some cities are falling. Medium tank's gonna get shelled. Sheldon and killed? Probably. Yeah. It's victory march with two infantry left. So 1, 2. So 1C is gonna flip. This one will flip soon. I guess the city's not gonna flip. But it does kind of come at a cost. Oh, we'll see. There's the double copters here. There's double anti here. So we'll see how that goes. So Sammy does stop this capture from going through. Maintaining a nice income lead. I imagine the income lead's been holding on for a long time, so Sammy might manage to kind of power through. Anti-air kills medium tank. Are doing copter neo tank to hit the neo tank? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The neo tank can't reach the other one from the city. The copter plus neo tank probably doesn't even kill neo. Guess not. We're gonna try to ignore this tank. Well, that is true. Sammy has the comm tower, Olaf doesn't. So they're actually fighting at equal firepower right now. Unless you're dealing with infantry. Interesting. So it does go for the Neo tank first strike, but just the Neo tank first strike. No copters involved. Does decide to shoot the medium tank. We hit it with a copter. Wow, hitting it from the copter from that side. So I guess the tank wants to come over and finish it. Ooh, but it still lives. Could have done a 2 health tank sack, but I don't think that's even worth it. Goes down to repair. Another copter brought up. You have the very unfortunate situation here for Olaf is that this tank. Ooh. Oh no, and this tank can reach here, and this tank can reach here, and then the anti-air can hit the copter from the city. Oh, this looks really bad. There will be a Winter Fury that's coming up. But it looks like Olaf on the right front kind of falling apart. On the left front, still doing fine. The double copter is kind of nasty, but we still have these 2 anti-air, so it should be fine. It should be fine. The medium tank can't engage. What? A little weird for Sammy here. I mean, the medium tank, I don't really care if that heals, right? Maybe that's fine. But the anti-air should definitely have attacked from the city. The other attacks make sense. Olaf is down to 6 seconds. That is rough. Luckily for Olaf, Winter Fury is a very easy power. Why is Sammy tier 2 on all standard maps? That's because in standard, infantry versus infantry combat is a way bigger deal than it is in the other modes. And she can very commonly end up getting a nice income lead early on. She's not tier 2 on all maps, but she's tier 2. She's baseline tier 2. If it's base light, she goes down to tier 3 usually. But she's definitely more of the specialists player. Specialists CO. Definitely the hardest tier 2 CO to play though. Does hit the Neo tank with the copters. Both those copters do go down. That's a little spicy for Sami here. That will give a lot of charge to Olaf, but the value is starting to go in Sami's favor. Sonya's kind of a specialist CO for tier 3. She's definitely for tier 4 standard. I don't think Winter Fury quite comes from the 2 copters because this isn't the first Winter Fury. But with like the copters and all these other attacks that go on over here, I think the Winter Fury's coming quickly. It might even be like copters die and you can have like Neo tank strike over here or something, and then, well, maybe the tank's probably gonna get used to kill this Neo tank. I mean, these anti-air strikes are happening. There's not much thinking that needs to go into that. And I think the Neo tank hits the medium tank. You really want the charge. And I think that gets it. Oh no, runs away. Well, that's a little spicy. Because if the Neo tank goes in here and smacks, then I think the tank plus the copter kills this Neo tank, and then these anti-airs are saved. Or at least one of them is. As is, it looks like both anti-airs go down, and then this front looks really, really sad. You think Sami's boned now? I think Sami's fine now both these anti-airs die, right? I did miss the delete units to get the HQ though. One more city is falling. Losing the anti-air over here really hurt. I didn't even notice that Olaf. Olaf was doing fine on the right side now. If the anti-air was on the city, it probably would have been a different story. But the left-hand side is definitely looking much better for Sami than the right is now. Okay, so we go straight for the Winter Fury. Does its good damage. The anti-air doesn't actually cover anything. Look how tragic that is. Yeah, I think Sami did just kind of die on the right there. Pretty bad. By pretty bad, I mean really bad. Down to 10 units. One of which is stranded. It could be worth getting a transport copter just to save this infantry. You just beat Mesmer? Congratulations. Well, that's true. I forgot we're dealing with day limit. Yeah. There's only 8 more days. That spirit looks juicy. It definitely does. Have you fought the putrescent knight yet? That was a tough fight for me. Oh no, Olaf times out. Doesn't buy anything. Has the captures going though. You can't lose on time. Not anymore. Just auto ends your turn. Mesmer. He says his own name with so little enthusiasm. Sammy going for the HQ. Olaf may have banked the cash on purpose for the battleship. Don't mess with me. Sammy right-hand base not looking great. There's also, you know, Olaf has a potential HQ cap too. That is true. A battleship wouldn't do much against the victory march. I would be thinking it's more about fighting the units that are trying to clear the way. No. Like, what else does Olaf build? Just Neo tanks? Spam Neo tanks, send them down this way. Oops. I guess you do. Try and get them to sit on the HQ in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does make it to the HQ. Is that actually pronounced shadow? I've always been wondering how you pronounce that. Skadoo. All right. Is double medium tank Neo tank against defending Olaf forces. Here we go. Imposter alert. So tragic that this can't pick up this infantry. Ooh, here comes the bomber. That is an answer. It does reach in 2 turns, which is too slow actually. I guess I didn't realize that Sammy can just stand on the HQ first. That's a problem. Where's the blizzard when you need it? That's not where the Neo goes. Oh no. Oh no. At least put these missile platforms here so you know where to put your units to defend. When you're trying to defend over here, you wrap around to this spot, and then it goes to this spot. If you're trying to defend down here, you go down to this spot, and you go over here and smack. Time panic. Oh no. This doesn't hit the HQ. So if the Neo tank just stands on the HQ, it's kind of like, what do you do? Try and pin it in, maybe? This infantry just walked into copter range. Down goes the base. We knew it well. Looks like will indeed be a sandy victory. I would be impressed to see if Olaf can hold this. So it's going to be the situation will be Neo tank right here. Infantry hops into the transport copter, unloads here, and then you have medium tank standing in the way. Actually, you don't even unload there. Yeah, what am I talking about? You can unload further back, like here. Because you get a movement boost. Unload it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's the safest spot. You just don't want the anti-air to one-shot it. Although 7 health anti-air can't even one-shot it. You do have to unload it, though. If Sammy doesn't unload it, then things would be bad. You think infantry should be inside the transport for Winter Fury? But there's no Winter Fury. You need to be outside so you can Victor March take the HQ. There we go. I think Sammy's current plan is copter kills infantry, then infantry comes down this route to take the HQ. I think this is game. Unless Olaf... I mean, Olaf can try to do like a mass sacrifice in the attempt to get Blizzard. Join some stuff over here, try and get a battleship to clear the HQ and they get their own Neo tank on there, although the bomber's incoming. I don't think Olaf does get enough for Blizzard, though. Even with, like, massive sacrifices. Yeah. You get like the tank strike over here on an anti-air. Ooh. You do get double copter sacrifice into this. That helps, but also you have to do it now because there's only 50 seconds left. So we have like copter sack, tank hit over here. That might be enough. I don't think Olaf's looking at the top right now. How much do you need? No, oh no, sends the tank in. It wouldn't be enough though. You still need like 18, 16k. It's close to enough. It's pretty close. I don't think it quite makes it though. GG. Sammy makes sure not to misclick. Starts deleting units in homage to dededias. Yeah, now you auto end the turn every time your time is up. You never get GG. You no longer get the that mystery amount of time before your turn will end, and you don't lose the game anymore. Unless you don't move at all. GG. That was a long game. Fog. We'll quickly look. All right. So it's Andy versus Drake. Currently we see the amount of charge. Looks like Eligatua attacked Advanced Noob. Advanced Noob has taken 16k. So probably a recon and 2 tanks have been injured. Probably a recon went down and 2 tanks have been fighting. It's probably like killed a recon, hit tanks. Advanced Noob probably killed an Andy tank and injured another. And which makes me think the division is probably how would Advanced Noob want to do this? So it splits straight down the middle like this. Eligatua is known splits, or I guess like this. My bad. Eligatua is known for really rushing the contested, like making sure they get 50% of the map. So Advanced Noob probably attacked this city. Or this one. It's one of these two is the most likely culprit. I would imagine this one. So Eligatua probably defended actually not with a tank, but with an artillery shot. Plus tank, maybe a copter. That's my guess. Oh, is Advanced Noob your live league challenger? Currently Advanced Noob's turn. We're not seeing any sudden spikes, so I don't think there's current ongoing fighting. Is that the map devs or community can add charge to each player? That is not true. No. Everyone starts with 0 charge. Oh, this is game over. Cole did end up winning over here. This was the danger of fighting with those infantry. I got overrun, it looks like. We got a Hawke mirror and high funds, the worst mirror in the game. check the ratings. Road to victory standings. There's nothing. Oh. Advanced noob number 3. High in standard, fog, and high funds. An all-around player. Very nice. High funds, high fun. Pretty high up there. Chu doing well. Where's Deegis? There you are, Deegis. Right below Mr.Ko. Mr.Ko, 125 games. Nicely done. All Fog of War. Wait. How is this rating only 1,000 with a 2-to-1 win-loss ratio and only Fog of War? I feel like that should be higher. That's a good ratio. You don't like the grit high fun mirror? That's fair, that's fair. I just like the Hawke mirror. I know D just loves Hawke. Ooh, D just above DaysOfPlague. Nicely done. This is overall wins though. Is there a way to look at Is there a way, is there no overall rating in live? There's no, they didn't have an overall rating? Like the formats? When standard, Poland is doing the best. Aegis rank 4, doing well. Chloe box, nice. Starflight, wow, we got some. I'm recognizing. Ooh, look at that, Sonya the Superior, rank 11, nicely done. In Fog of War, we've got Get Good, Deegis number 2, Advanced Noob right below. Rhizomatic 8, okay. Compi playing the live. Love to see it. In High Funds, Advanced Noob number 1. Oh my gosh, Advanced Noob doing work. The Sneaky Dragon. I'm very proud of the Sneaky Dragon. 15. This is High Funds. I mean, it's a little smaller of a community, but still, that's doing great. I'm amazed the Stealth Fighter Association has any games in High Funds. Because Stealth's always banned in High Funds. Oh no, connection giving you free losses. Am I missing? Probably down here somewhere. I played some. Maybe I'm not down here. Maybe I am missing. How far down am I? Oh, there I am. I'm ranked 310. 300. I've played all the modes. Probably higher rated in High Funds. Maybe not. Am I not even on here? What? I've played High Funds, haven't I? I've definitely played High Funds. Did I lose my games or something? Let's go 8. Oh, there I am. 134. Much higher. Oh, I lost a game. Oh, no, I drew a game. That's right. It was win and then a draw. But the draw should have been a loss. It was the end of turn thing. And there's that like a Tua. Rank 12, doing well. Probably way down here. I'm still 194. I have 2 wins in Fog. Yeah, maybe I should play more. Legendary undefeated. The highest ranked alt would be Poland. Poland is technically an alt. As we discovered in the first Advanced Wars by Bub podcast, which we need to schedule the next one episode. A second Fog Goblin Goblet. His secret fog playing pass, that's right. Second place is also his alt. Ooh. The fighting continues. I didn't realize Advanced Noob was such a highly rated player. I feel like I've played against them before. Oh yeah, look at that. 1400, that's really good. He's advanced. His secret fog playing path. Second place is also his ult. I look at Tua behind in time here. I think Drake is probably the easier CO to play in live for this matchup. Neither players attack the pipe seams. Interesting. That means they're probably just going straight up with their units. You can break the pipe seams to all in either front. You're watching the game? I'll never know. That's okay. You don't want to show that kind of stuff. Pumpy Heart, there's never a prize pool for the Goblin Goblins. You don't even get a trophy. The only time you attack is with your infantry day one. We got a while ago. We got Grim versus Flak. This is a matchup you do not often see. There's no luck damage on pipe seams. So if you want to figure out how much damage you're going to do on a pipe seam, it's going to be a pipe runner on the road. And you do no luck damage, so it's just going to be the minimum number. In this case, it'd be if Andy attacked a pipe team with a anti-air with 1 comm tower, you would do 5% damage. If you're ever playing a negative luck CO, let's say Sonya. You say it says 0 to 14%. You're not going to do 0% because you're doing literally no luck damage. So you just switch over to Andy for the damage calc. You'll do 5%. And what you're seeing, Elliot 2 is in a tough spot. Oh no. They haven't reached supers yet. And just to note, this is different from the cartridge. In the cartridge, I mean, you still do no luck damage to pipe seams, but in the cartridge, it would be a medium tank on the road. I'm not quite sure why in Advanced Wars by Web it's neo tank defenses, but it is. Was there an artillery shot, Dededias, or was it just the tanks like I first thought? I was leaning towards the artillery. Yeah, Dededias, I agree. I've started to be swayed with the double comm tower map propaganda. I think it started to work on me. Surprised this anti-air went in for this attack. It's not covered by this tank. It wasn't already. Oh, look at that. Look at me and my fog skills. Or was I right where the engagements were happening? Were they happening to the south of Elegatua's HQ? Who needs gambling when you can play competitive advanced wars with Luxios? All the gambling without the many, just pure stress and disappointment. Without the money. Corp operation is a headache. Ah, a big central battle. My read was off. If only deleted units. Oh no. Deleting units is it's one of those secret techniques that seems really bad, but sometimes will win you the game. Tank smacks. Down to 3. Oof. I wonder if they had a chance to kill. No. Not quite. You want your 1 HP units? I mean, Andy loves no comm towers. Loves no comm towers. Andy's like built for it. He gets his extra 10% attack power on his super. He's like, what do you mean? I reached the 20%, no problem. And all of his units are living these combats. I don't know if it's good enough that he'd go up a tier on no comm tower maps, but he's really good. Sonya loves it too. Grim would be much more fun live if every game didn't have adder. That's fair. I think Grim is a CO that if you try and specialize in, you can definitely get some major upsets. It's just that his positioning and everything, it's kind of, well, it's almost unique to him. Just how much it matters. Grim would be so much better with a movement bonus. There's a few people that have specialized in Grim. And I think all of them have found a lot of success. I know. I think my favorite is still the Grim Reaper. But there's so many good ones. I think Grim has to use a power to get the one shot, but he does. Oh no, you're right. It does just, well, it just straight up one shots. No comm tower. I thought he had to use a power. The one shots on planes. Oh, that's against Grim. That's against Grim. I was like, there's no way. Yeah, okay. So there's a chance. And if you have a comm tower, there's a better chance. If you use a power, then definitely get it. Even on planes. Chance on forests. I was like, oh my god, the Grim's so good. But he's very good against himself. Sonya is definitely the most difficult to specialize in for standard. I've played a few of them. I don't think I've actually lost as Sonya in standard, but it is kind of tough for sure. I mean, Grim built a missile. That must be a misclick. Double base skip missile buy against 0 air? Fluffy's kind of a Sonya specialist. The double base skip missile is that's a spicy move. Against a 0 Air Force. Well, if Flak's a pal, Flak builds a copter, right? At least make the missile seem big brain. That is true, Fluffy. That should count. You know, I had the timing set up for when I was going to take my turn, and it was going to be after the stream. But then, since I'm playing a live game, things went longer than expected, and I had like 10 minutes left on the timer or something. You know what solves bad luck? Stalling. That's the Fluffy way of thinking. The foreclosure on the Newman account? I don't know what that is. So Fluffy dispelled the myth that Go7 was undefeated as Sonya. I mean, I'm definitely not undefeated as Sonya. You also played Eagle into my Sonya in standard. I lost that game too. That's a pretty spicy copter strike. I think must come on over because I got the anti-air here. The missile's moving out. It's got a plan. HQ's under a little bit of threat here. I don't think the recon actually reaches. Yeah. Depending on where this infantry goes. Where this one goes, I guess. This can start the capture. Ooh. Ooh. Don't quite get the HQ just for free. It's getting close though. Oh no, the anti-air didn't work so well, Fluffy. I'm so sorry. Flag banking 9k just so the missile doesn't get any targets. I mean, if my opponent double base skips missile, I think I'm obligated to build a copter every turn. It's just the right thing to do. I ran away and hide them. Very cautious. I'd probably start the HQ cap here because it just puts an insane amount of pressure on Grim. But at the same time, since none of the tanks went up this way, maybe you don't do that and you just attack the infantry. If the tanks came over this way, I think that'd be more the thing to do. Look at poor Grim getting absolutely bodied by these first strikes. These two cities are not captured. Things are looking rough for Grim, but Cracker Ducky is pretty good. Okay, we do have infantry stands here. HQ cap starts. The missile will save him. All the missiles in location to lock your own airport. It's moving out into the world. I mean, it was kind of spend 14k, your opponent will never use their airport. There's definitely games I would spend 14k if it meant my opponent just couldn't use their airport. Missile T-Copter mech opening might not make it into the meta. It might! Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Oh, 12k, you're right, it's not 14k. It's way better. A bargain. This probably kills the infantry on the missile platform, right? I mean, he's got the power. You can always do that. You still can't select the missile platform? Wild. Might not even kill, but with the power will. You know, this can be a problem that you can't select a missile platform on the drop down of these whenever you're fighting Kindle. You're like, I want to know how much I'm going to take in retaliation from this Kindle. So what you can do is find a unit on a missile platform, which in this case there isn't one. So wait till one shows up on a missile platform. And then you can click, and then the missile platform will be selected. And then you can move the units around. We'll wait. We'll wait for a missile platform unit. Missiles have extra defense versus recons. Well, yeah, if you show bust out the full calculation. But who does that? I mean, they take a decent amount. Oh, we'll make it not grit. 23 to 32, 25 to 34. It's just that they're surprisingly durable against them in comparison to a tank. Oh, there we go. Pop. There, and now you can do calcs with the missile platform. And your Kindle doesn't get its superpower boost against you. I think. Yeah. I think missiles could probably deserve 4 tire movement or 4 tread movement instead. It's a festive ending song. So we didn't stand in the way. Probably going for the HQ, who knows? Give those missiles some treads. They're so slow. We have a bomber. Oh, the missile, the big brain missile's on its way to stop the bomber. That moving and shooting would be pretty good too. Yeah, moving and shooting for Sturm would be very good. Sturm's already like the only person who uses missiles fairly regularly. I mean, Grit does too sometimes. The Days of Ruin battleships are very good. Just have you played Days of Ruin? Oh, Humida, you missed it. What day was it? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that Grim went for on day 5 or day 4 went for anti-air base skip. Day 8? Day 8, look at that. Missile double base skip. No air. Perfect. Got the rocket. You played it 20 years ago. I'll get to his toast soon. Oh no. I think I enjoyed my Days of Ruin playthrough. I felt like a lot of the missions were a better length than in the original series. Does that give them a better average? I think their range just increases, doesn't it? I guess the positive side goes higher than the negative one does. Go lower. spikes. Yeah. I think it does need a hard mode. The other thing I would change about the campaign is make it so the CO powers get unlocked. Maybe like 12 missions earlier. For a long time, you're playing that game with no powers. And it's just the most bizarre thing. Jugger's not a worse flak. Flak is a worse Nell, but Jugger's not necessarily. And I will say, playing Jugger or Flak feels a lot better than playing Nell. Nell might be the worst feeling CO to play. She's nothing but false promises. You were like 9 at the time. Oh, the Grim Haymaker. We swinging. Kind of disrespectful of Flak to attack this anti-air, by the way. I think you just have to let that, or not the anti-air, the missile with the anti-air. I think you just have to let that missile roam as it pleases. Why play Flak when there's Jugger? Good night, Degis. The stream's about to end with this game, so have a good night. Jugger can't store more power. Don't they both have the same... Oh, there's a resign. GG. Gotta quickly check this. They both have 3-3, don't they? No, you're right. Oh my gosh. I've lived my whole life thinking they had the same bars, but you're right. Flak gets the super a whole bar earlier. I think Jugger's got the better luck range for sure. There's a lot of attacks that you don't really care that much about the negative, but you care a lot about the potential positive. Yeah, Jugger 7 stars. My whole life has changed. Alright. Good night, everyone. I leave you with an apple, and we'll be back on Friday with some Advanced Wars by Web replays this time. Thanks for watching.
It's Go7, king of the penguins. Of all the penguins, he is king. It's Go7, king of the penguins. Being king of the penguins.